Don't shoot.
I'm not.
I'm
finna shoot your ass.
Don't shoot.
I'm finna shoot your ass. Drop the gun.
I don't have it. Look. I don't have it. I don't have it.
Ah! These are the moments when
I like it like that.
Yeah.
This joint, I pray you guys are doing well. Thank you for joining me. If you're here for the first time, please join the family. Like the video. Also comment. I want to hear your comments. We're back in here, and our cops have had 4 different scenarios, and we're going to see all 4. Just basically just reminding us how difficult our officers' jobs are. So big ups to our officers out there. You guys make our lives, everyday lives, very safe, along with the military as well. But just want to give kudos to our local heroes. So let's get it, guys. I pray you guys are, again, doing well. And let's see this crazy ass scenarios here. This person is nuts. Absolutely stupid nuts.
These are the moments when cops faced deadly criminals. Starting with the case of a violent suspect who suddenly opened fire on officers with an AR-style rifle.
Whoa!
That gunplay is crazy.
On March 8, 2024, officers from the Hamilton Township Police Department responded to a call about a domestic disturbance. Like most domestic calls, they approached with caution, knowing how quickly things can escalate, but they had no idea just how dangerous this one would become. When they arrived, they made contact with a female relative at the scene. As they tried to assess the situation, the woman revealed some serious red flags about the suspect, but the officers took it lightly and were soon going to pay a heavy price for
They took
that.
it lightly. You can't take nothing lightly.
Dive way too much into it. Okay. I don't really quite understand what he's upset about, but it's a little bit out of control. He does have a lot of guns in the basement. He's a hunter, things like that. He's not specifically,
right,
but I am not able to reach him.
Okay.
I don't really understand what's happening.
So he's not anything, he's just...
No, he's calling us all kinds of names, all very derogatory, things like that. He's not saying, I'm going to kill you.
I see, I got
Nothing
you.
like that.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, but...
And what's his name?
Vincent. Yeah.
The woman warned them the suspect was a hunter and the basement was full of guns.
Oh,
She
my
made it clear
goodness.
he was in a dangerous mental state and could do something terrible. But despite the warning, they moved in quickly. As they entered the home, they had no idea this encounter was about to turn into a full-blown nightmare.
Where is he right now?
He's probably in the basement. If you want, I can lead you through. It's not like a bad situation.
I got you.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, shit!
It was a horrific encounter. The suspect, 44-year-old Vincent Correa, was inside the home when he suddenly opened fire with a semi-automatic rifle. During the shootout, both Officer Derek Fayaban and Officer Piramali were hit. Despite being wounded, Officer Piramali returned fire alongside his partner, helping bring the threat to an end. Once the gunfire stopped, additional officers and medics rushed in to assist Correa, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Both officers were taken to the hospital and survived. As the officers in this case were lucky to survive, the officers in our next case faced even more danger when a suspect came walking straight toward them with a gun.
Hello, guys. Let's just process this. This is crazy. So they went in, and it's kind of hard just to go in. I guess the lady was trying to warn them, but until you see it for yourself, you're like, oh, okay, this is just kind of routine. But this dude was actually about that life. You know what I'm saying? So yes, definitely got to be careful. All right, let me just rewind this just a little bit so I get the beginning of this next story. But glad they're okay. I'm not sure what triggered that man, but he was ready for war.
stopped, additional officers and medics rushed in to assist Correa, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Both officers were taken to the hospital and survived. As the officers in this case were lucky to survive, the officers in our next case faced even more danger when a suspect came walking straight toward them with a gun.
Drop the gun!
Drop the gun!
Drop the gun!
Drop the gun!
On September 13th,
He
2024,
asked you
HPD officers were dispatched to a domestic disturbance at an apartment complex and walked into an extremely dangerous and volatile situation. A woman had called 911 after fleeing her apartment in fear, reporting that her 45-year-old boyfriend was possibly under the influence and had tried to physically assault her. When officers arrived at the location, they found the woman out on the street, but did not expect to find her in a bad situation like this.
There she is.
Where?
Right there.
44, I'm gonna refer this.
We need something to cover her up with.
44, that's quick.
Uh-oh. Need a shirt. Yeah, hold on.
Hang on 1 second.
We're gonna try to get something. Okay. Yes, it is. Hey, what's going on? Is he's in there?
He is. I left him there. I don't know what he's on. He's on something. It smells like it could be wet. I don't know. I smell something on his breath. And
That's not him, right?
No.
Who's that?
Oh, no. What is this?
Okay. Does he have any guns in there?
I think he does have one.
The woman was completely shaken by the incident. Officers immediately gave her a jacket and offered aid. Based on what she told them, the suspect was extremely dangerous and possibly armed, making the situation even more serious. Realizing the threat, more officers were called in. But even with backup, they had no idea they still weren't enough to stop the tragedy that was about to unfold that night. Officers began searching the area around the complex but found nothing, until one officer spotted the 45-year-old man, shirtless and looking furious after seeing police nearby.
Hey, Sean. How you doing? Yeah, are you okay?
Okay.
What's going on, buddy?
Need a flatbed wrecker, 610 westbound at Airline. Need a flatbed wrecker at 610 westbound at Airline.
Sean.
I'm not want nobody nothing else.
Okay, relax.
Don't call me looking like this. I'm
Just calm down. I'm talking. What's that? Sean, do me a favor.
I'm just going to my
No.
going back to my house and everything else.
Do me a favor.
No,
Do not
we
even
don't
do
do
it.
like
Don't
this.
do it. Don't do it.
Hey,
Don't do it.
we never do that.
Crossfire.
Relax.
We never do
Crossfire.
that, man.
Relax. Relax, Sean.
Hey,
Put it down.
Put it down. Back up.
I'm not doing nothing, man.
Sean.
30, hold there. 30, hold there.
I'm not doing nothing, man.
Hey, put it down, Sean.
I'm not doing nothing.
We're here to help you, buddy. Relax.
Put it down.
Put it down.
The suspect refused to drop the gun. He looked completely unstable, like he could do something terrible at any moment. Despite repeated commands, he started moving backward and tried to run from the scene, but that turned out to be a very bad move. Officers followed him and more units closed in around the complex, trapping him in the middle. And that's when a tragedy happened.
Hey, Sean, drop the gun. 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 Drop the gun.
I'm not.
Drop the gun. Put your hands up. Hands up. Hands up.
Y'all done killed him. He can't put his hands up. He's done.
Hey, put your hands up.
As the suspect continued advancing with the weapon in hand, two Houston officers opened fire, striking him. They quickly secured the scene, called for paramedics, and began giving him medical aid. He was transported to the hospital but was later pronounced dead. His identity has not yet been publicly released. Next up, you'll see how a dangerous suspect easily overpowered an
Remember this.
officer and came terrifyingly close to taking his life.
Are we buffering? Why are we buffering? Hold up, y'all. Let me see. Are we buffering for real, y'all? I'm trying to stop this video. Hold up.
Next up, you'll see how a dangerous suspect easily overpowered an officer and came terrifyingly close to taking his life. On June 7th, 2025, in the late afternoon, a shocking incident unfolded when a suspect badly injured an officer. It started when a deputy from the Orange County Sheriff's Office responded to a call about a suspicious person behind the Save discount store. When the officer arrived, he spotted the man, and at first, the suspect seemed calm and cooperative. But little did the officer know, that was just a setup for his evil plan.
Hey, boss. What are you doing? Come on. What are you doing? Oh, be careful. All right, hold up. Guys, I won. Whoa. What you doing, bro? What you doing?
The suspect, later identified as 24-year-old Charles Saint-Fleur, tried to flee the scene with his bag, but when the officer attempted to stop him, a violent struggle broke out that quickly took a dangerous turn. Saint-Fleur was armed with 2 deadly weapons and appeared willing to use them to escape at any cost. Fortunately, the officer managed to wrestle both guns away and throw them aside, but the threat was far from over.
He had 2 guns? Oh yeah, I'm in the way. We're fighting, boys. Oh shoot. Did you throw the gun? He threw it. Okay, all right. He hold on. Let's go back. That's his other gun right here. That's his other gun right there. And there was one right here. Got the best of them right there. Run past one guy. So he picked up that gun, for what I'm saying. See, LaFleur picked up the first gun, firearm, and tossed it over the fence. Okay. Then ran to the second gun. He didn't run to the second gun, bro. And turned toward the deputy before tossing the gun over the fence. Oh, okay. LaFleur picked up the first firearm and tossed it over the fence. Then ran to the second gun and turned toward the deputy. I didn't see that. One more time, guys. He got the best of them right there. Boom. This is one gun right here. Y'all, if I'm wrong, you guys please comment. That's one gun right there. That's the other gun, so it's 2 guns. And the cop has his gun. His own gun, should I say. And LaFleur threw it over the fence. It's gone. He is unarmed right now. His gun is right here on the other side of the officer on the right-hand side. But I don't think the officer realized that. Right now, he is unarmed, and he's running. He's not running. Is that a gun? I think that's his bag.
The officer got very lucky. Saint-Fleur was strong and managed to overpower the officer and picked up his gun to execute his violent act. But just in time, the officer got to his feet and discharged.
No, Okay, I've seen this video before, but I never analyzed it now. Of course, guys, if you don't like the commentary, I'll have the link in the description. You can watch the full video without any commentary at all, without me even stopping it. And I'm just looking at this one. So when I go to my comments and see what you guys have already written, um, I just want to see, am I seeing this thing right, or did somebody else see it the way I saw it? So from my understanding, from what it looks like, is that the officer
charged his service weapon, striking him. Additional officers
let me go back real quick.
managed to overpower the officer
That's
and picked
one
up his
gun.
gun to execute his violent act. But just in time, the
So the gun he picked up, he threw over the fence.
officer got to his feet and discharged
He
his
shoot
service
them,
weapon, striking.
bam. That's another gun right there. That's his other gun right there. Am I right or wrong? Remember when it first came out?
Him. Additional officers were soon called, and they rendered emergency medical aid. Paramedics transported Saint Fleur to the hospital, where he was listed in stable condition and survived. The deputy was also hospitalized due to serious head injuries. The suspect was charged with multiple felonies, and the trial is ongoing. Next up, you'll see how a deadly suspect suddenly ambushed an officer and left her badly injured.
Come out of the...
That's scary, yo.
On April 14th, 2022, dispatch got a call about a man who was reportedly harming himself. But when officers showed up to help, the situation quickly turned deadly. 2 officers from the Phoenix Police Department responded to a gas station after a concerned woman called for help, but they had no idea just how dangerous things were about to get. But before we dive into the full story, let's listen to the 911 call first.
Phoenix 911, where's your emergency?
It's at East Beardsley. I'm not there right now. I'm at the gas station, but,
Okay, and you're at the gas station? What happened?
yeah, I just left the car. He's trying to some. I don't know, but he's just...
Okay, we'll get some help out there. Is that a house or an apartment? Okay, is there a number?
Can you just send an ambulance and not the police? Because he's like crazy right now.
Well, what is he doing to himself, or what's going on? First
He's
of all,
like
is it a lock number?
He's taking a bat to his head and to his body, like legs
He's
and
hitting
arms.
himself?
Yeah, and then he has a cord around his neck, and I took the cord off once, and then he's just
The situation was tense right from the start. The woman told dispatch that her boyfriend, 35-year-old Nicholas Cowan, was in the middle of a mental health crisis and needed immediate help. She chose to meet officers at a gas station away from her home, afraid that bringing them directly to the house might lead to a violent confrontation. But even with that precaution, things quickly spiraled out of control once officers arrived and made contact with her.
Oh my God, that's him. Oh my God, that's him.
Right here on this one?
Yep, in this Prius.
Oh, hey, come on. He's right here. Come out of the...
He just go to blasting? Now if she's okay.
No, officer down, officer down.
The female officer was badly injured by the gunfire and collapsed. As Cowan started firing, her partner quickly took cover and returned fire, but Cowan fired again and then fled the scene. Shockingly, the same woman who had called 911 picked him up afterward, helping him evade police for several days. A citywide search followed, and a community tip eventually led officers to a property where Cowan was hiding. After several hours of negotiation, he surrendered peacefully. It was later confirmed that he had been wounded during the shootout. Cowan was charged with 2 counts of attempted murder, assault on law enforcement, and unlawful flight. He was sentenced to 68 years in prison. The woman who helped him escape was also charged. The injured officer was hospitalized, underwent surgery, and spent over a week in recovery before being transferred to rehab. She eventually returned home to heal with her family. Next up, you'll see how another officer faced a complete nightmare when a suspect suddenly pulled a gun on him and was ready to use it. On December 8th, 2021, a 911 call about a disturbance at an apartment complex turned deadly in seconds when the suspect pulled a gun on a rookie cop. Officer Andrew Ash, who had just over a year on the force, was the first to arrive. As he walked into a breezeway between apartment units, he came face to face with 40-year-old Antoine Demon Hill, and things took a dangerous turn almost instantly.
Oh, man.
Can I just see what you have? Okay, put it down on the ground.
Shoot his ass. Shoot his... Oh, stop, guys. Stop. His ass should be shot. Right this second. That's where you shoot. All right, let me rewind it. Then I'm not going to disturb it. I know we want to watch it. Here we go.
Antoine Demon Hill, and things took a dangerous turn almost instantly.
His name is Damon?
Can I just see what you have? Okay, put it down on the ground.
Wait, y'all, wait.
Draw your gun, officer. Draw your gun.
You're a rookie. You're a rookie. Go, no. You're a rookie. Go.
Okay, stay right there. Do not move. Stay right there.
What?
Just stay over there.
Please, sir. Please. Please. Please don't do that.
73, I got a guy with a gun. I'm not doing anything. Look, I'm not doing. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. I'm not. I'm finna shoot your ass. Don't shoot.
I'm finna shoot your bitch ass. Don't drop the gun.
I don't have it. Look. I don't have it. I don't have it. Shots fired. Shots fired. The guy has a gun over here. Isabella.
Hill fled the scene immediately. In a sudden and aggressive move, he reached into his pocket, pulled out a pistol, and pointed it directly at Officer Ash. Ash fired a single shot in response, but it was too late. Hill wasn't hit. The situation escalated fast. Hill took off and ran into a nearby apartment, where he barricaded himself inside. After several tense hours of negotiations, Hill eventually surrendered peacefully, without any further violence or injuries. He was later charged with pointing a firearm at a police officer and possession of a firearm as a convicted felon. Next, you'll see how a suspect with an AK-style rifle suddenly opened fire on officers who were only there.
Let's not glaze past this. Was it officer? I'm not sure. The officer, my dude recognized fear, and he called you out on it. Don't ever let that happen again, bro. If you ever see this video, I don't understand that. Sometimes, but this situation, we don't want people shot. I know, we try to preserve life, and that's what his job is. But however, any normal situation when it comes to an officer versus a suspect, and a weapon is drawn, and he's pointed at you, his ass need to be shot. That's all I gotta say. And y'all might crucify me for that, but I don't care. That ass needs to be shot. Shot. All right. Next thing, rewind it a little bit. Yeah, he lucky. The Lord saved his butt.
How a suspect with an AK-style rifle suddenly opened fire on officers who were only there to help. On March 1st, 2024, HPD officers T. Kang and D. Samaniego were dispatched to an apartment complex after a 911 call reported an assault in progress. The caller described an active and possibly violent situation inside one of the units. As the officers arrived and walked down the hallway, they had no idea they were about to step into a full-blown nightmare and face a deadly encounter that would change their lives forever.
Right here, let's look here.
Is that? Oh, that's his body cam.
The suspect inside the unit suddenly opened the apartment door and, without warning, began firing at the officers. Both officers returned fire while diving for cover behind nearby structures. They immediately called for backup and kept their eyes on the door, unsure if the suspect would come out again. As more officers arrived and secured the hallway, they didn't realize a woman was still inside, trying to escape. Once she was safely moved out, officers slowly approached the unit, still unsure of the suspect's condition, or if he was waiting to ambush again.
No, we don't know.
Come on in. Hey, watch the crossfire.
Hey, hold on. Let's get the shield first.
Hold on, we got it right here.
Okay, you're still there.
You ready?
Watch your hand. Why? Don't come up until we get lined up. Yeah. Show your hand. Show your hand. Show your hand. What's his name? What's his name? Randy, show your hands, Randy.
HPD, if you ain't gonna come out.
As officers moved into the unit, they found the suspect deceased, fatally wounded by gunfire sustained during the shootout when officers T. Kang and D. Samaniego returned fire. Inside, they recovered an AK-style pistol and another semi-automatic handgun, making it clear the suspect was prepared for a serious fight. In a rare stroke of luck, neither Officer Kang nor Officer Samaniego was injured during the exchange. The suspect's identity has not been publicly released. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please subscribe to my channel and check out the latest videos by clicking either of these two.
There you go. Check them out. Check them out. Mr. Justice. Oh, wow. This is pretty interesting. Yeah, that last one was dope because they're training, the two officers, their training kicked in because dude came to the door came to the door blasting. For them to get him in that little scramble and all that little small chaos, they're good. They're good. So that's something they had to do. They had to neutralize that threat ASAP. And I'm glad they did. Now my guy that didn't pull my guy that did not pull his gun when he should have pulled a gun, I'm happy he's still alive, and I'm happy he didn't have that death on his conscience. But any other situation, that dude would have been done. All right. Let's look at the comments. Man, I can't get enough of watching these body cam videos like this. He's pretty good. You put these together pretty good. I may start putting some together. I mean, make it a more than one instance, something like this. We'll see. I'm sorry the situation's chimed up like these cops are not trained enough to respond. I'm sorry when situations chime up like these cops are not trained enough to respond. Yeah, I mean maybe talking about the one we talking about when he didn't pull his pistol like he should have. The officer there seems to be enjoying it as long as he's the one initiating the swings. At the end of the day, you're the police, and a lot of people are going to try to run cat and mouse. So the suspect trying to flee is kind of expected, but then started kicking him repeatedly and kicking him in the head, even mocking him. Oh shoot, they went in. It's all fun and games when you have the upper hand, but you're big bone and running out of breath fast. That's not good U.S. police work. That's true. Oh, okay. The scene where the guy with the dreads, he had those two guns. I think that's what he's talking about. Also, why does the channel host claim the officer threw the gun away? It clearly looks like the suspect at 9:20, unless the officer frequently has long arms. Why does the channel host claim it was the officer who threw the gun away? It clearly looks like it was a suspect, unless the officer, right? I mean, I think this kind of what we stopped and saw. We saw the suspect we talked about the one-on-one fight with the guy, the little heavy set cop, and the guy jumping over the fence. And we said that I said that when he got the best of the officer, he was running away. He ran past one gun because he had two guns, and then the gun near the fence, he threw over the fence. Then he was running toward the builder. I'm not sure what was over there. I think it was his bag and stuff was over there or something. But as he was running, the kid was not armed. Thank God he didn't kill him, but still, I think this is what this person is referring to, Jacob. I don't really like when channels try to frame it as the suspect was going for the gun when it's clearly the opposite. We talked about that. He didn't want to use it. That's why he threw it away. Getting that part away from a struggle is the right approach by the suspect. True. That's crucial detail information, both for understanding what happened for the state of mind and intentions. Sad that this channel tried to spin it the other way. See, that's my first point that I made. That's why I love you guys' comments. That's true. These episodes are why cops are so mean now. They're scared immediately for a reason. True. That's very true. That's very true. I think if I was an officer, I'd probably be definitely adrenaline pumping already before I even walk up on them on the scene. Is it? No, 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 no. We only got 5 comments on this video? Oh, it's 5 hours ago. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure that on our channel, family, you guys give us some comments. Let us know what you guys think. Well, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, it's just have a conversation around it. One time for officers that are afraid, you cannot let the suspect see that. My guy that didn't pull your gun when you needed to. I'm glad you don't have that death in your conscience, but that was almost you, bro. And to have it turn out the way it needed to turn out. So it's just because he just went the other way, and you're not going home to your family. You know what I'm saying? Because of somebody else's foolishness, and you were called out there for a reason. You feel me? So don't go out there all cavalier thinking that shit gonna be sweet, and it's not. And then when it's time for you to put your big boy pants on, you don't. That's a problem. I mean, you guys got that job for a reason. We support you guys, and we thank you for what you do. But all in all, make sure you protect yourself too. But family, if you're here for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. And also, thank you for leaving your comments. I love to see them. Love the commentary and the banter back and forth. If you want to see this video without any talking, without me in it, the link to this the link to this video will be in the description. But until the next time, I bid you a farewell. Peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Dre Young. Shadow Gang. Instantly plotting